Hey y'all, it's Nurse Ryan here. In hospice, obviously we take care of people that are dying. So I want to talk about the dying process. So this is how it goes. People get a disease, they get cancer, they get dementia, they get these diseases. Finally, they get worse enough to where they could go on to hospice. They have to have a prognosis of 6 months or less to live. So with all these diseases, it's usually pretty far advanced. Unless it's cancer, then they just basically consider if it's cancer and you're not getting treatment, then you're going to die. So what happens? How do people actually die? Do they die from the cancer itself? Do they die from dementia? Well, that's maybe the disease, but what happens is people live life until they're finally unable to eat or drink. Once they can't eat or drink anymore, their body uses up everything it has and they die. And the process goes like this. So if a patient comes to us with cancer, what happens is there's a cancer growing in them. They need these comfort medications. We end up giving them the morphine, the Ativan, whatever it takes to make them comfortable. They naturally just eat less, drink less. They sleep more. To eventually they get to the point where they just don't want to eat at all. And it could be a choice they make, like my mom made. Or it could be something that just happens, like your body rejects food. And so you end up getting tired. You end up not eating and drinking as much. You get more tired. Then it comes down to where you're not eating or drinking at all. And eventually you become unresponsive. Once you stop eating and drinking, you have about 2 weeks, give or take how heavy you are. If you're skin and bones, it's going to go sooner. If you're bigger, you got longer time, because your body takes all the fluid, all the nutrients, everything it has, and puts it to your organs until there's nothing left. So that is why people get blue fingers, feet. That is why we check those all the time. The blood pressure gets lower. So there's all these signs and symptoms, but generally they die from, and I hate to say this, they die from starvation, and they die from dehydration. And it happened because of the disease process. But that's why we use the comfort meds. So they're not feeling the effects of dehydration, of starvation, of pain, agitation. And that's why we give these medications. That's why hospice is here. Now, when people are unresponsive, we don't know really what's happening. We could look at their face and we could see if they're grimacing. We could see if they're twitching, moving. But we don't know what's going on at that time. But we do know if we give the comfort meds that more than likely they're going to be more comfortable. And that's why we recommend giving them. And so just wanted to put that out there about the dying process in hospice.